poem for N.A. Gregory, which is written by William Butler Yeats. Now, William Butler Yeats is also very popularly known as W.B. Yeats, who is a very, very famous and an important poet which you should be aware of. So, W.B. Yeats was an Irish poet and who has also won Nobel Prize for his literature in 1923. So, he has written wonderful literature work and he also got a Nobel Prize for that reason and in 1923. So the poem which we'll be reading about for N.A. Gregory, it's actually a poem it is in a form of conversation. We can see that it is in a form of conversation. A girl is talking and she is describing about what physical beauty is and what people should actually give importance to, physical beauty or the inner beauty. So it is a conversation we can see between the poet and a young girl. So quickly let's jump to the poem. Never shall a young man, thrown into despair by those great honey-colored rimpats at your ear. Now, the young girl is saying that never shall, never ever it would happen that a young man would be in despair. Despair is sadness. The girl is talking about that a young man could never be in a despair, could never even feel bad about if you have those honey is blonde, brownish color hair, which acts as a rimpat at your ear. Rimpat is basically, if you have seen a fort, most of the forts are covered with huge walls. Huge wall-like structure it is covered so that nobody could easily get into the fort. So the reason why kings used to make it so that it's not easy for anyone to invade into these forts or their kingdom. So that those were rimpats. Now what the hair rimpats means, the flicks which are over your ear, the hair which is over your ear which protects your ear or which acts like rimpats, which act like wall to your ear. So the girl says that a young man would never be in despair, would never feel sad if they see that you are having beautiful blonde or golden color hair which acts like a rimpat, which is actually giving a shelter to your ear. Love you for yourself alone and not your yellow hair. So there is no man in the world who would actually love you for your hair, who would love you for who you are and not for your yellow hair. But I can get a hair dye and set such color there. Now what the girl wants to say is, girl is talking about this little girl who is having a conversation with the poet. She's saying that, she's talking to poet and saying that all the young man, what they do is they are attracted towards the physical beauty of a person. They do not see what is inner beauty. They do not see what is inside a person, how a person is from inside, whether a person is nice or not. Nobody is bothered about it. All young men are bothered about is the physical appearance. All they see is that the person should look beautifully from outside. All what matters is physical beauty to people. But the poetess, the girl wants to say that she does not like it at all. She does not want herself to be that people should just admire her physical beauty. She don't want that. She wants people to love her from inside. She wants people to know what she is from inside and not just her physical beauty. That's the reason she says that she's having a golden hair which everybody loves. Everybody is fond of yellow golden honey hair, blonde hair we can say. So everybody loves it. But she does not want people to just love her because of her hair. And that's why she says that she can dye her hair. But I can get a hair dye. She says that I can get a hair dye. I can also dye my hair and such a color there. And she would actually color her hair, dye her hair in such a way, in such a color which is actually not, which would not be attractive for the people. Like she would get her color dye brown, black or carrot. She would either get her hair brown or black, or carrot is something reddish in color, that young men in despair may love me for myself alone. So she says that she would actually dye her hair so that when people see her hair, they won't be any more attracted towards it. They won't like her hair a lot. They won't be attracted too much towards her hair, but actually they would be attracted towards herself. That young men in despair may love me for myself alone. So she says that if I will dye my hair, people would not be attracted towards me physically, but they would try to know me for who I am, what really I am, what is inside me, what kind of person I am, what kind of personality I am. So people are going to love me for that. That's why she wants to dye her hair and not my yellow hair. So she says people would not be after me just because I have beautiful, good looking hair. So she does not want that, and that's why she decided to color her hair. I heard an old religious man. So after this, the poet says that I heard an old religious man, but yesterday night declared. So he heard that there was an old religious man who declared something, who told him something, and he was a religious who used to believe a lot in God. That's why the man came up to him and he told him something. Yesternight is just the night before. Yesterday, so yesternight is night before. Yesteryears means बहुत साल पहले or years before. That he had found a text to prove that only God, my dear, will love you for your hair. So now he says that now he wants to say that only yesterday he encountered with a man who has a text to prove, who has some written proof that there's only one person, only one thing that is going to love you for who you are, and that is none other than God. Only God, who has created such a wonderful piece, knows what you are and knows what is inside and outside you, and there is only one person who is going to love you throughout, and that is none other than God. So the poet says that he met a religious man who told him that physical appearance no doubt is very beautiful, but what people are attracted towards is just physical beauty. Could love you for yourself alone and not your yellow hair. So that's why he says there's only one person in this whole entire universe. There's only one person who would love you for what you are and who would love you for yourself alone and not for your yellow hair, and that is none other than God. So in a way, the poet is replying that everybody in this world is attracted towards the physical beauty. Nobody would actually come and look inside you, what you are from inside. And if there is somebody, that person would either be your parents or the God, and beside that there's nobody you can find who is going to look inside and appreciate how beautifully you are from inside. Okay, coming to the central idea of the poem is that physical beauty is just skin deep. It is momentary. Now, if we see that physical beauty, if we talk about physical appearance, it is just something which is skin deep. It is something which is just momentary. It's not going to stay with you forever. Nobody is going to stay beautiful for their entire life. People will turn old. Their skin will turn old. You're going to have wrinkles. It's not going to stay with you forever. But there is something that stays with you forever, is how you are actually from inside. If you are very beautiful from outer side, you look very beautiful, but if your inner beauty is very ugly, agar aap dil se achhe nahi ho, if you are selfish, if you are unkind, then the outer beauty is not going to help you at all. It's of no use at all. We rarely love people for themselves alone, and it is a human character, it is a human trait that we don't love people for who they are. We do not love people for what they actually are. We just love people because we find them very attractive. We do not see. Whenever you meet someone, whenever you like someone, you all might be having your favorite heroes or heroines, actors, actresses. But have you ever thought what kind of actor or actress is from inside? I don't think so. Nobody would ever did it. If you like someone, you just say कि ये actor तो बहुत अच्छा है. He's very good looking. He's very handsome looking. So that's why you like this actor. Or if you talk about actress, you just like that actress because she's very good looking. Have you ever tried to see what is inside that actor? Have you ever tried to see कि वो अंदर से कैसे हैं? Are they as beautiful as they are looking from outside? Are they beautiful inside, outside? No, we do not see it. That is the problem. We just see the outer beauty. And that's why this girl who wants to color her hair, who even colored her hair again, because she felt that people loved her just for her golden blonde hair. That's why she got her hair color changed. She dyed her hair so that people would now love her for who she actually is, instead of just for her physical appearance. Now we see that that rimpats are, the poet has used metaphor. Metaphor, as I have told you before, metaphor is basically, the metaphor we means when a word has two meaning. One is the actual meaning and one is the hidden meaning, actual or dictionary meaning. So rimpat here is actually a metaphor. So rimpat means, as I told you, the walls of a castle, or the huge high walls of a castle, which are being used as a metaphor where we are talking about this girl's hair, NA's hair. So this was all in this poem.